That's right, it's your old boy Gilbert here, WWS longest reigning light heavyweight champion. That's right, I said it, yes I did. And this is for all you YouTubers out there. You're first, that's right. You're first to turn into Around the Point. That's right, with Heel Steve. Heel Steve and Around the Point, baby, just don't get no better.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this right now. It has been a fucking crazy week in the world of professional wrestling. A lot of us are feeling some kind of way right now based on the current events. Oh, just to speak alone. But more importantly, for yours truly, I am just exhausted. I am exhausted, right? I hope all of you, by the way, are enjoying yourselves and all that fun stuff. Fresh off the train, not really off the train, fresh out of my car, if you will. But we're going at it, guys. We're going at it. This is, of course, another installment of Around the Point here live on YouTube.com and also over on Twitch.tv. For those of you that are watching us on Twitch and on YouTube and all that fun stuff, hit the subscribe, hit the follow button, all that fun stuff, hit the share, like, what have you. All right. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. That is the goal, actually. I'll say this right now. The moment we hit 2,000 subs, I will do another giveaway. That's when it's happening. The next giveaway, once we're at 2,000 subscribers. That's when it's happening. All right. But I want to take this time also to thank all of you guys for watching the vlog. My first vlog in almost 2 years and a half. I'm a little rusty, but we're gonna get at it. But enough about me and all that fun stuff. We got a panel here as well. The good brothers here as always, all the way from Detroit. He is focused right now. He seems excited. He seems focused. The one, the only, Big Mike 2.0. Big Mike, what's going on, bro? How you been?
Yo, what's going on, guys? Can't wait to talk about the topics. Can't wait to hear about your time at Dynamite. It's going to be an exciting show. I'm excited. I'm thoroughly excited about this one.
You're so excited. You just can't wait. You're wondering to know. You want to know. I got you, bro. And we're, of course, joined by our good brother all the way to Sacramento, California. He is my John Draper to my wrestling soup, the one, the only David Sack. David, how are you?
You know, after watching the show, from earlier this week, and some people just shouldn't be allowed to talk, if you're trying to stay employed. I'm just going to say that. Some people shouldn't be allowed to talk.
It's safe to say that a lot of talent going forward are going to be very precautious when it comes to appearing on said show, which we'll get to that in a little bit. And of course, we're joined, of course, by our brother all the way, and also in California, all the way in LA. The one, the only Chase Oliver. Chase, how have you been? How the sneaker hunting going, if you will? Did you get any W's this week? Any W's?
Oh, yeah. I got a couple W's. Give me a sec.
Oh, here we go. And now time for the Chase sneaker collection of the week. This should this should be a segment on the show going forward every week.
So picked up a few. Obviously, you guys can see the shoe boxes back there. Those are some undefeated, but can you guys see me? Oh, okay. Yeah, I picked up the new Jordan 13.
Obsidian
Jordan 13. These are not. I don't know how to really feel about these. I might just use these for like trade down the line. A lot of people don't know like this type of colorway. It's like the Obsidian colorway. So a lot of things about this colorway is that down the line people might want this one. So I might keep this one kind of stock. Really nice. It's just a basic Jordan 13, but it's like an easy color to wear. You get the UNC vibes.
Not for nuts. I'll say this real quick. Like if you're a wrestler, If you're a wrestler, I'm just saying like those that you just showed right now, right? If you add those in black, the slide-ons and kick pad, they'll just blend in, right? I think, but that's just me. But not bad, dude.
Yeah, and then the other W. So this is not my size, but this is definitely a good shoe to that I will have definitely dead stock just for more for trading purposes. But I got lucky, so I went to the Champs Sporting Goods. I went to the Foot Locker, and then the Champs. It was first come, first serve, and so I was able to secure this. This is a size 9 and Jordan 4 Retro. and it's a popular retro that re-released the Jordan 4 Lightnings.
Ooh, it's looking nice.
Yeah, not my size. Unfortunately, I did go to like a resale shop to see if I could trade for my size, but my size, which I'm a size 13 in Jordan 4s, they pretty much like said that like I would have to pay extra, and I didn't want to pay extra because that's a loss right there. Like, you know, I already paid retail for this pair, and then you want me to pay an additional $20? I don't think so. That's a little bit of an L that's too much of an L in my book. So I decided, you know what? I'll keep these. They're going to be popular down the line. It's a clean Jordan 4, and it's one of the best, I would say, out of like that doesn't count like collabs or hype releases. This is one of the best ones, to be honest.
Not bad, bro. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And here I am wondering what I'll be wearing for Grand Slam this coming Wednesday, which I just forgot. Like, oh wow, I got another show to go to. Holy crap! I'm probably going to my Carmines. I'm probably going to my Carmine 6s probably. But then again, I heard it's gonna rain, so I might just put on the 11s on. I have no clue. But there's a lot going on this week. A lot of shit's gone down. I went to my very first AEW show. Oh, that itself, which we'll get into also in a little bit. Okay, we'll get into that too in a little bit. But let's just get into this. Fuck it. Let's get into it. Yeah, we got a new WWE. You have a new WWE champion. There's a new NXT going around. But let's get into we got everyone just riled up coming out of Wednesday night. Dark Side of the Ring, season 3. They came back with the second half, and I'm not gonna lie. There's episodes here that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the steroid trial. I'm looking forward to for curiosity purposes, the XPW one, just to see. Okay, and I guess it's that one, like the Johnny K9 one. I don't know what it is, but I'm intrigued by those episodes coming up. I don't know about you guys or those of you that are listening or watching live, what have you. But can we just agree last Wednesday, the plane ride from hell. The plane ride, can we just say this right now, is the worst episode to come out of the season. The worst episode. And I don't mean worse in the sense of, yo, this is so terrible. Like, it's don't watch it terrible. Not like that. Which, by the way, it got the lowest rating on Vice out of all the episodes and shit, basically. I mean terrible in the sense that everyone that was on this shit just came out terrible. Just came out looking bad. Everyone's looking bad. Like I said earlier in the beginning of the show, it's safe to say going forward that a lot of these wrestlers, doesn't matter where you are, where have you, right, are going to be very precautious on appearing on Dark Side of the Ring. Because basically anything that you say will indeed be used against you and will get you canceled by basically the wrestling community as a whole in 2021.
Yeah, man.
Now,
It's that thing there, man. Also, I kind of figure why it was a low rated episode, because a lot of the hardcore wrestling fans that known about this situation just off of shoot interviews already know what happened outside of the particulars. The only thing we got note of in this episode were the particulars, and that's what made it look so bad.
Now, what do you mean with particulars, Mike? Particulars.
Like the Flair going up to the flight attendant naked, trying to make her touch his thing.
Mike, I got to counter that, because WWE themselves made a joke of this shit years ago, on the net when they had the WWE Network. This made an episode of that cartoon thing they did, Story Time, and Ric Flair himself talked about it. He talked about it as a joke.
To be fair, though, it wasn't the plane ride from when he talked about that. Yes, of course, they talked about something similar. It wasn't the plane ride from hell.
No, but he made it seem like that was a normal thing that he did, where just walk around on planes naked with nothing but his robot. Like, he let it be known. This is something I did regularly back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's like that's yeah.
Yeah, Chase, what about you, bro? What was your overall take from what you saw? I don't know if you watched it live like everyone else, or maybe you watched on replay. What was your overall reaction? And I guess
I watched the replay. I was more so I was because it aired what Thursday, right? Yeah, it aired Thursday, so I was more into the Thursday night football game. I wasn't really watching Dark Side of the Ring, and I was hearing Tommy Dreamer was speaking wild, and and then afterwards I saw on Twitter the video where he's like, "That's just Ric Flair. Boys will be boys," and I was like, "The frick is that?" But the worst part of the episode, was like RBD was all like, "Yeah, I don't want our heroes to be presented like that. I don't think everyone needs to kind of get into the personal lives of their heroes." And then I don't know who edited this video or this episode, but they really wanted to go make Tommy Dreamer look stupid as hell, because literally RBD says this and it sounds sensible. It's like, yeah, I get where RBD's coming from. And then Tommy Dreamer goes, "It's Ric Flair. It's the Nature Boy, baby." It was such a weird episode, man. Like, you had Tommy Dreamer talking about Ric Flair's dick and everything like that. Like, and I saw also too now the aftermath of the stewardess that Ric Flair sexually abused. Is like this is how crazy wrestling fans are to defend these wrestlers. Like, Ric Flair abused this woman sexually, and now these wrestling fans are revealing that she used to be a jewel thief, and she stole like thousands of dollars of jewelry and stuff. And then, like, okay, look, I get it that may be something that it's a crime and stuff like that, but still, like, do we need to really defend Ric Flair on this? But for me, though, like someone who really listens to a lot of podcasts, like Jericho's podcast, Steve Austin's podcast, JR's podcast, there's been a lot of podcasts that kind of already covered this subject, to be honest. So none of this stuff really shocked me, but you could tell that this was like one of the first episodes where, like, you would figure Dark Side of the Ring would have hurt someone by now, like when it came to their careers or something, like people would be getting canceled. And this is the first episode to actually have that effect that really shows like the dark side of wrestling. And I've always been on the fence with Dark Side of the Ring. Like, I think it's cool, but I also think it hurts the business a little bit too much, because it reveals things that I think that that should not be talked about. And sometimes too, like, some of the subjects, it's like, I just feel like it's like, do we really need to go deep? Like the steroid trial, that's a good subject to get into. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one where it's like, okay, that's an interesting one that needs a story. But the plane ride from hell, why the hell do I need to like hear this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this just seems like it's more like this is like taking away from what I feel like the show should have been about, where you take stories that the mainstream know and you go deeper into it. Now it just feels like this is like for the marks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is for like the hardcore fans that want to know everything and anything about these professional wrestlers in their lives. And, so for me personally, like I said, steroid trial, that makes sense. That was actually a mainstream thing. Chris Benoit, mainstream thing. But like episodes like with Nick fucking Gage, I could care less about Nick Gage, man. Like, being that honest with you.
Hey man, representing the murder death. Hey man, Nick Gage. You know what's funny?
Yeah, dude. Representing turning off the remote.
There's a guy at my job, yo. He looks just like Nick Gage, but he's not though. But when I see him, like, oh, it's Nick Gage. His body frame and everything. He looks such like Nick Gage. If Nick Gage was Puerto Rican, okay. But what the hell is Dave doing? Dave, put your helicopter down. Come on, bro. Anyway. Dave, what about you, bro? What was your overall take on the episode and all that stuff?
Okay, so outside of the funny part of them trying to get a statement from Brock Lesnar after he flashed Terry Reynolds, which completely, we didn't need to know that. It was like that was just, that came off like small backstage antics. We did not need to know that. It felt like just something random. Outside of that, I'm starting to get a feeling like they're running out of I mean, there's things to tell stories and make episodes about, but the big things I think they're running out of. Like, give it 5 years if this show continues, then give me an episode on Jeff Hardy's drug thing from Victory Road. Give me that. I'll take that over the plane ride from hell, because there are people backstage that had to deal with that shit. It's not going to happen now because he's in WWE, but I'm just saying, I don't know what else they could talk about. Like, everything that this season's going to cover and everything they've already covered for the past 2 seasons prior, like, what else is there? What else is there? You know, that's the question I want to throw out there. Do you guys feel like they're kind of digging the bottom of the barrel?
I would say so. But then again, in wrestling, there's a lot. I'll say this much: if you really want to do something on season, I guess who's playing that
season 4 after,
right? If we're doing season 6, I would say, hey, you know, the Speaking Out movement.
Okay.
But
Matt Hardy and Edge.
They're good now, bro. It's one thing if they still hate each other, but they're buds.
Yeah, I think with Dark Side of the Ring, the problem is it's just like you got to get the information and you got to present it, and you also got to make sure the information is valid, and that's like one of the hard things, like with a lot of things, like how much of it is valid, and you got to make sure you have historians there. But yeah, I feel like honestly, I when I saw the first season of Dark Side of the Ring, I really said to myself when I first saw that season, it was like 7 episodes. I said to myself, I don't see this show going on for years and years. And honestly, they should have done, like, I get it that it probably did. The first season did phenomenal. I remember there was casual people who don't even give a crap about wrestling talking about Dark Side of the Ring, you know, because they thought it was so interesting, the stories. But, you know, the second season, there was only a few episodes that I really tuned into. And I felt that they fell off from their first season. And this third season, you know, it just feels like it's a bunch of like Mark stuff. Like, you know, it's a bunch of like stuff that like the hardcore fans would care about. And I just feel like, you know, with the stories that you can tell, it's like, hey, you got to get the factual information. You got to make sure people are cool talking about it. You know, obviously, you know, now with what happened with the plane ride from hell, you know, like you got to realize, hey, you're going to be putting your job on the line. And then not only that, you know, like, look, Tommy Dreamer, you know, this episode was on this episode. Is he on future episodes? Oh, so now you got to edit all that shit out that you had with Tommy Dreamer if you don't want to look bad too. So, you know, like that's the thing. Like people need to realize, like, it's going to be hard to get these things. Like, are you going to do an episode of Shawn Michaels, like talking about how Shawn Michaels used to do a bunch of shitty stuff before he was born again? Or are people still friends with Shawn Michaels where they're like, hey, I don't want to ruin that friendship or that olive branch, you know? So that's the thing.
Maybe
like,
it's not funny, but go on to
yeah, like Sonny, the like the Click. Like you can do a Dark Side of the Ring of the Click and how maybe like their politics, or you know, maybe there's some Dark Side of the Ring stuff from Japan that would be interesting or whatever. But I just feel like the whole show concept, it's a cool concept, but it's one that really, to be honest, like hurts the business the more you get into modern stuff than helps the business. Like as a history piece, as people want to go deep diving, it's cool, but I feel like you gotta sometimes know your limits of what you want to present, and I feel like the people behind the show don't know those limits, and that ultimately is what's going to hurt them, because it's like, hey, you know, there's people like me who love the wrestling business and want to get into the wrestling business. Why the fuck would I want this show that could potentially ruin my future? You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that I look at the show. And look, I hope the people working on the show, they're getting paid really well. Like I don't want them to go out, but you got to understand the show. Like when you look at the first season, the show was going behind the scenes of some of these legends. These people were that, like, you know, that you were just like, oh my God, I didn't know this shit about the Fabulous Moolah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people were like that's the episode that one of my personal favorite episodes. You know, like that's what they did. You know, like that's the thing. You know, like the Von Erich episode. Obviously,
didn't the Moolah episode get the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal?
Yeah, it changed. Yeah, it changed it to the Snickers Battle Royale. It went from the Fabulous Moolah and to the Snickers Women's Battle Royale. That's the thing. Like that's what people don't understand. Like But like the thing is with that right there, that shit's interesting because that shit's from a time that's different. Now we're in more of a modern era. The plane ride from hell is like a lot of people go, oh well, that's all these old head wrestlers are. That shit was in 2002, dog. Like I know people may think that's like far away, but that's that like it's almost 20 years old. But that's still kind of modern for most people, and so that's where it's like it's hard to say. You know, like a lot of people's jobs can be affected. You know, like I feel like the last truly good one was the New Jack one. Everything else after that, it just kind of like, you know, the Owen Hart one was good. The Dino Bravo one was good. But everything else after that kind of just felt like, you know.
Did they do one on Andre the Giant yet?
No. I mean, Andre's got so much stuff out there.
I'm not saying like special. I'm not saying in regards to like drama, but just like having to, you know, how like people who were on the road with them putting up with the fact of like how much he drank and shit like that, or just.
Bro, I think again with Dark Side of the Ring,
it's called the HBO special. You can watch that one. They talk about Andre.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I think also when I said this a couple years. I said this like I think after season 1 or 2 that when they are doing these episodes, they're trying to find like stories that are worth like wow, like, you know, crazy shit, like, you know what I mean? Any other story, like for example, like you said before about Edge and Matt Hardy, yeah, it was crazy to think back in 2005, but they're both friends now. They're both like buddies and shit. It's not going to be like, oh wow, how dare they?
Okay, would you watch an episode on how Piper kind of basically ruined Sean O'Hare?
Well, Piper's kind of dead.
Yeah,
well, he's
dead.
Piper's dead.
They're both dead.
Kind of dead, yeah. Well, Piper's dead. Like, yeah, but like the thing is, like, I don't see where that benefits. Like, because the thing with Dark Side of the Ring, they want it where it's like you can actually like talk about it 24 hours later and just have it where it's like people keep mentioning it. Like, look at the episodes that brought an impact. The Benoit episode, people were talking about that a few days later. You know, like we talked about season 1's episodes. You know, the Von Erich episode, the Fabulous Moolah episode. Mm-hmm. This episode right here, we're obviously talking about it. No one's gonna like. People are gonna be all like, "Okay, Roddy Piper ruined Sean O'Hare. Who gives a fuck?" And then to move on, like, you know, like they're not gonna do research on that shit. Like
no,
that's a waste of research.
That was kind of a dark time in Piper's life, also. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, like, who's gonna? Piper's not alive to tell his side of the story. Sean O'Hare's not alive, so you're gonna pretty much just get third-hand research. And if you're someone like, I think David Bixby does the research, I don't think he wants just third-hand research. I think he actually wants to know from an actual source. And I don't think he would be that much of a person to put on TV third-hand research like that, where it's just hearsay, you know?
Yeah,
him
and Coach were going at it the other day on Twitter, back and forth. They were going at it.
Coach is just mad at professional wrestling, dog. Like, I don't think we need to, what's it called? I don't think we need to listen to Jonathan Coachman right now.
Exactly. Anyway, for me, though, at the same time, I came off like, you know, people are saying, oh, they need to cancel Ric Flair, cancel. Let's be honest here. How old is Ric Flair? Like, what, 70-something years old?
I'm going to Google it.
75.
Is he really 75?
Yeah, he's saying he's Vince.
There's no way he's 75. There's just no way he's 75.
Same
Ric
age
Flair
as Vince.
Is 72.
He is 72 years old. Okay.
He's my dad's age.
We're really trying to cancel a 72-year-old man whose best days are literally behind him.
I mean,
let's be honest.
Bill Cosby just got out of prison and people are trying to take him back to court.
Who already made his money. Doesn't have to wrestle anymore. Granted, I'm sure he's still in debt. You know what I'm saying? But think about that for a second. We're going to try to cancel Tommy Dreamer. Yes, what he said was stupid shit. Let's just be clear on that. Okay? Let's be honest. What he said was stupid. Everyone looked stupid in this episode. But again, Tommy Dreamer, let's be honest here. Again, he is someone who doesn't have to wrestle anymore. He does for Impact here and there. Yeah. He made his money. You know what I'm saying? He's set. Brock Lesnar, who's also talked about on this episode, for apparently exposing himself to Terry Runnels.
Between that and the fight.
And the fight on the plane with Kurt Hennig.
Yeah.
We're going to try to cancel him? Again, a man who's already made his money already. He does
Dude,
not.
that's old news.
A guy who we know does not give a fuck about the business. Does not give a fuck. We're trying to cancel folks
The Brock Lesnar stuff is old news. But Terry Reynolds talked about that in 2019.
Exactly, dude. I'm just amazed that people didn't realize this. Again, that's Flair. I don't want to come out like it's. With the whole Flair thing is like, yes, it's terrible what happened. It's terrible. But at the same time, everyone been knowing about this shit for years.
Yeah, it's one of them things where it's like, I'm not sitting here trying to side with anybody, but like, it's almost an episode that shouldn't even happen because of the fact that like there was a settlement. You know, I'm not saying it's right, but it's just like if there was a settlement in court to keep it on the low, outside of what everybody else already knows, then it's like, dude, why would you bring it back up to try to like?
Because again, dude, they gotta do it. They gotta put a show out there. They gotta put content.
Facts.
They gotta put stories that's gonna get people talking. And boy, this got people talking. You know, it's crazy when Car Shield puts their commercials with Ric Flair on pause. Yeah. You know it's bad when what's it called? 1 second here. When AEW again, you gotta think about this too. If you're Ric Flair right now, yes, you got to be a little tight, bro. I want to believe, bro, he would have been on that episode of Dynamite this coming Wednesday, being presented as Rio's manager.
Who's to say he probably won't be, man? Like, look, you know, the thing is, man. Hey, I'm just saying, Tony Khan, you know, like, let's just be real. 10% of wrestling Twitter is not a lot. You know, a lot of people, and this didn't draw that much of a rating. And really, to be honest, I think Tommy Dreamer took the biggest hit out of anyone on this because he actually lost a job. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if Tony Khan did make a move and brought Ric Flair in still. Like, I don't think Tony Khan is someone that's like, you know, fearful of that kind of stuff because, you know, he's brought in wrestlers that have done other stuff, you know, so.
Well, to be fair, I mean, there were talks when
look at Jericho. Like Jericho literally hosted a concert during COVID and shit, and he kept and people are trying and dude, Jericho has been all full MAGA. Jericho has done a bunch of other shit, and Tony Khan still has him, you know. So I don't know. I don't think Tony Khan's afraid of that type of shit. And and really, to be honest. If wrestling Twitter is so strong about this, you see Ric Flair, turn off your fucking TV. Then, if you don't like Ric Flair that much, then turn off your fucking TV. Don't watch AEW. Don't support Dynamite. Don't support El Idolo. If you feel so strongly, then that's you, you know. But like the thing is, a lot of it's sad to say too, because Ric Flair should be probably, you know, like hated a little bit more. But the thing is, dude, I guarantee you, at Arthur Ashe, this old fool walks out, fans are gonna cheer. That's just how it is, man. You know, like freaking idiots still cheer for Hogan, and Hogan literally was all like, "Oh, does that make me a racist?" I guess so. Like, Hulk Hogan pretty much admitted he's a fucking racist, you know.
Well, my team kind of canceled him already, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, fans. There's a like what you see on Twitter does not always connect to how fans react in real life, and then also too, like, hey man, maybe Tony Khan. Like, send him to sensitivity training. Tony Khan's good with the media. He's close with the wrestling media. He just got to tell SRS. He got to tell Uncle Dave. He got to tell all these people, hey, we're actually sending Rick to sensitivity training. Oh, Ric Flair's good. You know what I'm saying? So like,
hey guys, Ric Flair's going to sensitivity training.
He's going to sensitivity training about something that happened over 20 years ago.
Yeah, look at Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara went to freaking sensitivity training over something that happened 5 years ago.
Look at Max Pastor.
Yeah, dude, like that's what I'm trying to say. It's like you could literally just say that and then you're good.
There's another thing too. Listen. If you guys want to listen, if you folks want to cancel Ric Flair, you want to cancel Tommy Dreamer. You want to cancel Brock? That's fine and dandy, okay? But don't go after the people's families, yo. Don't go after their friends. All right, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I've seen it on Twitter, but you just can't put anything past these fucking dorks.
They have gone after Tony. I think they try to message Tommy Dreamer's wife or something like that. So
Beulah? You let me
Yeah,
go.
no, yeah, dude, they're crazy, man. They find their Facebooks.
Again, don't try to go after Charlotte Flair. Don't try to go after Andrade. You know the thing about it, okay? With this whole cancel culture movement, right, and all this shit, backlash, what have you, there's some wrestlers that know how to handle it and handle it well and move on with their lives, what have you, right? And then there's some who don't know how to handle it. Perfect example, a couple of weeks ago, I referenced Michael Elgin. That's probably a name a lot of you have not heard in a long time. Former Ring of Honor World Champion. He wrestled in New Japan. He wrestled in Impact Wrestling, right? And there's a video that surfaced. It was a couple of weeks ago, like a month ago or so, where he looked suicidal. And I came on and I said again, it takes, and I said, hey, if Michael Elgin, think about your kids, think about your family. Don't do that. You know what I mean? So again, I just hope it doesn't get crazy. But at the end of the day, do I think Tony Khan brings out Ric Flair and all that stuff? It'd be crazy. Like we mentioned before, again, it's not like he fired Sami Guevara, not like he fired Max Caster. He has Jericho still on the roster. You know what I mean? He tried. He even had what's this guy's name? He used to be in AEW, and then he got let go because of the speaking out, and he fought a fan. So show like not Tommy and
what's that? Jimmy Ray, Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah, Jimmy Havoc. Yeah. So let's just again
dude out of wrestling now.
Yeah, listen. At the end of the day, it's crazy what happened. No one's condoning, and again, I know every podcaster, every YouTuber. Here's the thing. I guarantee you that.
Didn't Darby Allin had some allegations, and fans defended him? All right, like I'm just saying, man, there was fans defending Darby Allin, and that goes to show, like sometimes wrestling fans will kind of play both sides of the field. They'll play whatever fits their narrative and stuff. And look. Ever since those Darby Allin allegations, shit's been dropped. No one talks about it. Matt Riddle, same thing. There's been allegations. There's people who still hate Matt Riddle because of those allegations. And guess what? You do you. I do me. And look, if you don't want to bring it, look, I know people who hate Deonna Purrazzo because she's MAGA. I know people who hate a bunch of things because of certain wrestlers. And guess what? You can support who you want to support. You can hate who you want to hate. It ain't gonna bug me at the end of the day. But the thing is this: like the thing is if you are going to be someone that's going to make a claim of canceling someone, you got to go into that shit 100%. You can't be fucking someone playing 50-50 and you know what I'm saying? Like, look, just be 100. If you want to cancel Ric Flair, when he on AEW, you turn off AEW. You say, "Hey, I'm not supporting AEW anymore." No matter how much you hate WWE, no matter how much you hate whatever the fuck companies and stuff like that, you don't watch anymore because of that. Because you are trying to prove a point. That's the thing, though. Wrestling fans, this is what I always tell people. There's a reason why Daniel Bryan cut that promo that wrestling fans are fickle, because it's fucking true. Wrestling fans are and especially in today's era. This is just me speaking here. In today's era, long-term storytelling just doesn't work. Long-term anything doesn't work because fans are so used to instant gratification, man. Like, you have a thing called Instagram. What's the most popular thing on Instagram? Fucking stories. No one gives a fuck about when you post. Like, yeah, people will like it, but you're going to see more people look at your story, react to your story, than you're actually going to see people liking your fucking post. That's just it. That's just it, man. Like, sometimes your post might be missed. That's just how it is. But that's what I told people. That's what I tell people, man. It's like, that's just how wrestling is nowadays. Fans are fickle. They goalpost. They pick their sides, and it is what it is at the end of the day. But for me personally, it's like this. Like, look. What Ric Flair did was wrong. And I never fucked with Ric Flair like that. I'm a big Charlotte fan, but I was never really like the biggest Ric Flair fan in the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it is. But like for me, like, do I feel like he should have some repercussions? Absolutely. Do I feel like his whole career should be thrown away? I don't know. That's not my call. That's something where it's like it's up to like what other people to make that decision. But just like Hulk Hogan, I definitely think he needs to get educated. I definitely think that he needs to challenge himself as a human being to become fucking better. Because the thing is, there's a bunch of people who look up to Ric Flair, just like there was a bunch of people who looked up to Hulk Hogan. There's probably women who loved Ric Flair, and knowing that Ric Flair would take advantage of you, think about that, how that would do mentally. Just like there was probably African Americans who loved Hulk Hogan, and then all of a sudden they're hearing that Hulk Hogan was like a big time racist and hated them. You know how much that would hurt me if I was an African American and I heard that Hulk Hogan was like, and I was the biggest Hulkamaniac. I was wearing all the Hulk Hogan stuff, and then all of a sudden I hear that he's a racist. I would hate that shit, dude. I would hate that dude to this day. And just like being a woman, if I heard Ric Flair and I was swooning over Ric Flair as a little girl, I was like, oh, I would love to meet the Nature Boy. And just knowing that this guy is a sexual predator and who knows what else he did, you know, that's something where it's like, look, I get it. They're older. I get it where you're saying, oh, they shouldn't be, don't cancel them. They're old. But like the thing is, just because you're old does not mean you can't be educated. Guess what? If you live in the past, that's your fucking ego talking. That's your ego talking. Get educated, become better human beings, and become better for people, because that's just how it is. Just become better for people. You can't be stuck in the freaking past. So many people are stuck in their past. They never want to get educated, man. And that's the shit that annoys me the most, man.
Well, you brought up an interesting point talking about stuck in the past, and I think that plays a big role with cancel culture. Is the people who want to cancel people, 9 times out of 10, they're bringing up something from other people's past in order to do like the counseling, and I think that's complete bullcrap. Think about this, all right? The whole Bill DeMott, he got completely. He was going to get fired. He quit WWE back in the day as a trainer because of his training methods were way too abusive. Why hasn't anybody canceled JBL for hazing?
Because everybody loves JBL.
Exactly, I guess so, but it's just that's the same type of thing. Of if you're about that cancel culture life, 9 times out of 10, all your ammo is stuff from the past. Yeah. You know, it's not an in the moment thing. And the other thing I gotta agree with you, Chase, is I said this in the past as well. Wrestling fans' attention spans have dropped over the last 2 decades. It's like
it's not just wrestling fans. It's everything. Everything is like everyone's attention. Because, dude, this is like simple marketing. Like the thing is like I always tell people, as someone that you know is a marketer, my goal is to find a way that you want to look at my post and react to it. Like that's my goal at the end of the day, and that's what professional wrestling. That's why professional wrestling is so successful, because you could literally be flipping the channel. And then all of a sudden, you're seeing some fucking dude falling off a steel cage. You're seeing some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people will get me like, what the fuck is this? I gotta watch this. You know, like that's why it does so good. Like think about like the moments that like in sports that are popular now. Jorge Masvidal's running knee. Why is that popular, dude? You show that to someone, boom, it's just like super quick. You know what I'm saying? The guy runs and hits someone. You know, like. People love instant gratification. I'm not above it either. I love instant gratification, dude. You know how much I loved watching Francis Ngannou fight? Why do I like watching Francis Ngannou fight? Dude, I know this dude's going to mop the floor with someone in 40 seconds because he can knock someone out, man. Because, like, that's the thing. But, like, everyone is just, like, instant gratification. It's not just wrestling fans. Same with football. You know, what plays do people like? Do people like the Pat Mahomes is throwing check down routes, or do they like that big bomb to Tyreek Hill? You know, like, so that's why I tell people it's like, it's just one of those things where sadly instant gratification has taken over. And, you know, it's actually have hurt professional wrestling more than helped it, because nowadays, you know, like a lot of people, I'm pretty sure we'll talk about it later, but a lot of people were like, oh, WWE's trying to pump a rating for Big E. Well, yeah, no shit. That's their job. Like, what, you don't want people to watch professional wrestling on TV? Like, that's what they're trying to do. Like, I would hope WWE, AEW, any fucking promotion wants me to watch their shows. That's their job. And the people are acting like that. Like, goddamn, just stop. No matter what you do, no matter what, guys, no matter what you say, here's a secret. These freaking people, the networks, at the end of the day, they won't get rid of professional wrestling because it's free money. It's easy money. It's easy and in Raw's case, 3 hours of time that they don't have to worry about. Disposable income. Now, Does that mean WWE and USA are good? Does that mean WWE and Fox are good? I don't know. I don't know that. Apparently, Sean Ross Sapp is going to have a story coming out this week talking about that. But I don't know. Andrew Zarian's been reporting that there's been issues. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, yeah, there might be issues with the USA Network and WWE. But guess what? USA lets them go is another network's gain. Same with the TNT. If TNT ever lets AEW go, it's another network's gain. And a lot of people say, oh, well, Chase, if that's the case, how come Impact hasn't done good? Because you see, the thing is with Impact and TNA, do you notice they're still around?
Their network.
Huh?
They own
No, but do you notice that they're still around? Because guess what? There is networks that will pay for them. Look at Destination America. Look at all these random networks. Pop TV. They pay for professional wrestling because they know it's an easy 2-hour live TV spot they don't have to fill. Instead of showing Cops reruns, instead of showing this show reruns, or having to pay, to have Psych reruns or something, guess what? You get 2 hours of a new show that's live where anything is possible and anything can happen at like this. And I don't know. I don't know why a network would want to get rid of that. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe wrestling won't be on bigger networks, but hey, it's still going to be around. That's why Impact's still around. That's why OVW still has the Sinclair Broadcasting Network. It's so on and so forth. But that's why I try to tell people that the thing is professional wrestling.
I'm gonna read comments, by the way. I'm gonna read the comments also in a bit. Let's see here. Leading wrestling. He's from Andre Corbio, by the way. Impact Wrestling are so stupid. Tommy Dreamer told a story. The story wasn't even about him. I told Impact that even though I've covered them from day one, they are going to be SJWs, and I will walk away. I'm still waiting for Tyler to apologize from Kevin O'Brien. That's never happening. She's old news. I'm sorry. It's over. The ride with Tessa Blanchard is over. She's been replaced by Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa took her vibe, just took it away. That's why they say it's important to never hang out with your idols. You will always be disappointed. Although at the end of the day, cancel culture is the only thing that needs to be canceled. We have a system for that. JBL wasn't canceled because he offered Vincent Mann expert stock exchange advice and made the McMahon a lot of outside money. We pay for entertainment. Yeah. So, before we continue with other topics of the show, I just want to say this last thing about Dark Side of the Ring. At the end of the day, this is not going to end well for Ric Flair because this week coming up is Chris Kanyon, and I don't know if you guys saw the clip or not. That's surfacing on the internet. So there's a clip from the Howard Stern show from back in the day where Chris Kanyon was a guest, and this other time where Kanyon got let go and he came out of the closet and he was having a conversation on the air with Ric Flair on the phone. And again, mind you, Kanyon looks at the time thought the world of Ric Flair, thought the world of the guy. And on this conversation on the phone call, Ric Flair basically said, hey, no, you weren't fired because, what your preference is on is because you just weren't good enough. Just completely shattered him. So if you think fans, because again, if you thought they were mad this week, last week or last Thursday, you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Wait till this week coming up. So, anything you guys want to add on before we move on with more topics on the show here? Chase, Mike, David?
No, I think Chase hit right on the head.
He hit a lot on the head, but I'll add on just simply saying I really don't see Jim Ross in any future seasons. Like he was just out of it. Like he felt so exhausted. Like, damn, I got to talk about this again. And like knowing the backlash that it just got, of all people, like he really. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to get any heat at all. It's just like I felt so bad for him because he was in charge of the shit, you know, when it happened back in the day. And it's just like I don't know if he wants to put up with this anymore. That's just me.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So moving on here, as you guys know, this past Wednesday I went to my first AEW show.
No A-dub.
AEW, yeah, live from the Prudential Center, a year in the making. It was supposed to happen in 2020, but COVID ruined everything, and it got pushed back. It got pushed back, and it finally happened. It seemed like it was never going to happen. Now, mind you, listen, I went to WWE shows in the past. I've been to Ring of Honor shows. I've been to Impact Wrestling shows, some New Japan, and some indie shows here and there. This AEW show was a vibe. A movie, like kids would say, right? Because again, you just see it on TV, you just wonder how is this shit live, right? The fans, the dorks, you know, that stuff, right? I want to see this crazy fan base in person. I had to, I had to see it, you know what I mean, with my own eyes. And everything that we've been told and all that stuff, it's true. It's fucking true.
We're like told how to act as a fan, like how
the way they act, the way they look, if you will.
Does Tony Khan really come out every night?
He does. He comes out every night. He does. He does. He comes out every fucking night.
How are their commercial breaks, Steven? That's one of the things I want to like, because WWE, they're like, well, turn down the lights and they'll play like some video package or something. How do they treat commercial breaks? Do they just like, is it like awkward or?
As in, like when you go to WWE show that they'll play like a video package of the year's WrestleMania and all that stuff, or
yeah.
What they'll do is they'll have Dynamite like talking, what have you, right? Like just graphics of Dynamite, and they'll have Justin Roberts talking on the mic to fans and shit like that.
No, okay.
So stuff they used to do back in the day.
So mind you, my Wednesday, literally my Wednesday. I am literally, I shit you not, right? I'm paranoid because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I spent $400 on my car the following Thursday.
Yeah,
I had my engine light and all that shit. My engine light turned on and all that stuff. And mind you, I'm getting an inspection this Tuesday. So I'm wondering what the fuck going on with the car, this and that. So there's that going on, right? And I'm seeing people on Twitter like, hey, tweeting or Instagramming, hey, we're at Prudential, this and that. I can only think, please, AEW diehards, don't do anything stupid in Newark, New Jersey. Please, for the love of God, don't do anything stupid in Newark. Now, for those of you who, again, obviously don't fucking know, Newark is the hood. Yes, it's the hood that has a fucking arena in its town. At Prudential, right? You're like you're Prudential, you're like in the safe zone because this is fucking has hella security, police just driving around and shit. But once you go 2 blocks and make a right, it's over. And just imagine a diehard AEW fan in the fucking hood. Just that visual, right? You're not getting a CM Punk shirt. I'm sorry, buddy. You're not getting your CM Punk shirt today. But by the way, it's sold out like crazy. I couldn't get my size.
What was the merch like, Steven? How was their merch stand?
So it's cheaper than WWE by $5.
Well, no, I'm talking about like selection and shit. Like, did they have like a cool?
Well, they did. They did have like this AEW like New York themed, like the subway station, what have you. Mind you, it's New Jersey they were at, but it's okay. They had the Bryan Daniel. I keep calling him Daniel Bryan. Holy fuck, the Bryan Danielson shirt, American Dragon. They had the CM Punk shirt.
Not his white T-shirt. I thought they were gonna sell the white T-shirt.
I thought so too, bro. The Fruit of the Loom edition. Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah, dude. 4 for 20, baby.
420, baby. 420.
What about Adam Cole, baby?
His shirt was on sale too.
Okay.
His shirt was on sale too. I will say this: they're set up for Dynamite. In person, it looks nice. The 2 tunnels, the fucking ramp, it looks nice on a camera. Well, we'll be there live and shit, right? It was sold out. It was packed, right? To think that holy shit, I'm in the Prudential Center. It's a wrestling show, and it's not WWE. Because again, think about it, right? This was the last Wednesday was their first show in the tri-state area, which was big.
Right.
This is what the only thing I'll say, dear AEW, you got to consolidate, bro. Consolidation would very, very be very helpful. So this is what I'm saying. You're probably wondering what the fuck I'm talking about here. So you guys know they do Dark Elevation, they do Rampage, they do Dark, I'm not sure, right? So from 6 p.m., they open the doors at 6 p.m. or 5:40, they open the doors, right? From 6 p.m., all from the 6 p.m. hour, and then through the 7 o'clock hour, they're doing 2 hours of Dark Elevation. 2 hours of Dark Elevation being taken.
Yeah, I thought they were going. I thought they went to Orlando for that shit.
That's dark.
Oh, why did you put Dark Elevation on? No one's what?
You
So,
said it before.
that's what-
And mind you, these fans are watching the shit. These fans are in the seats watching this. And again, I get it. A lot of the guys that wrestle on Dark Elevation are a lot of the local independent talent that are getting the exposure, aka the squash match. And then after this, right, 8 o'clock hits, it's the 2-hour live edition of Dynamite. And when it's our commercial, Tony Khan came out. Well, before Dynamite happened, we have big announcement tonight on Rampage. So stick around and shit like that. He comes, be sure you guys stick around, this and that, right? And in between, the Acclaim came out and they poke fun at Tony Khan. They referenced the Minoru Suzuki incident that I'm pretty sure TNT, I'm pretty sure TNT really gave two flying fucks what is Kazani Nare. Great song. Great fucking song. But when I hear that, I'm thinking green tea. I'm just saying. All right. But there's that. Okay. There's that. And they reference the former governor of New Jersey and all that shit. I mean, Chris Christie, what have you. And yeah, whatever. Right. Then it's a 2-hour episode of Dynamite. You're there live. People are just going insane. It's crazy. And then after that, it's the hour of Rampage. That's 5 hours.
5 hours of content. Jesus.
5 hours, dude. 5 fucking hours. And mind you,
time I ever did 5 hours was WrestleMania.
And mind you, now listen. And then, but mind you, though, they didn't start Rampage till like 10:15, bro. Keep this in mind. I have work that following morning at 5 a.m. I got to be up by at least 3:45. And mind you, this coming Wednesday, it's, we think about it, right? 2 hours of Dark Elevation.
No, God.
2 hours of Dynamite. And then because it's Grand Slam, it's New York, it's in Queens, 2 hours of Rampage.
That'll be because that's interesting. That'll be interesting to see how Rampage comes up on TV, because I honestly think the crowd might be dead for some of the Rampage shit. Like I really do feel like
not dead by the time they got to Rampage.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like for Arthur Ashe it's going to be even worse, because they're going to have like 2 hours worth. Because like, let's see, you have because they have a lot of matches, and the main event for Rampage is the Suzuki Goon versus freaking Moxley and Kingston. So
are they just getting an extra hour, or are they starting an hour early on Rampage?
No, an extra hour.
So because it's in Arthur Ashe, because it's a stadium, they're doing this a 2 hour. Now, this is my problem. Okay. And again, y'all might think that I'm complaining. You may think that I'm being, whatever. Okay. But I'm talking as someone that's going to be making the travel. Now, mind you, when that last Wednesday in Jersey, there are people who travel from Philadelphia, from New York, from Connecticut, from Baltimore. Fucking Baltimore and Delaware that come to this show at Prudential. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck, bro? But keep that in mind. So I'm talking as someone that's making the trip. I'm taking 2 trains to get there. 2 trains. That's not even including the fact that I got to pay the parking spot to park my car at the train station for $6. Okay. They're doing all this shit on a weekday. AEW. I think it's great that you're coming to New York. I think it's great that you're doing this in a fucking tennis stadium, which is different. It's unique, right? People will say, how come they didn't do MSG or Barclays Center? Nah, bro, they're trying to stand out, and I'm all with that. Okay. But
you built for it though, man. You just did this last week. You're gonna do it again 1 week later.
But I really feel like honestly, this should have been a weekend show. This could have been a pay-per-view on a weekend, in my opinion. And I say that because I'm making the trip, and I have to go to work the following fucking morning, which I'm not even gonna be going to, because I'm not gonna make it in time to sleep and just go. It's not happening. But I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from with that. And I hope, and just hoping to God I don't fucking miss my train from when I'm coming back from New York to Jersey. God forbid.
That's good. That's crazy.
Bro, 6 hours. You're in there, bro. And there's fans that are into the shit, bro. Unlike in WWE, bro, unlike WWE, like with its main event, no one's there. They'll have something they're watching while they're eating their food, they're eating their cheeseburgers or their sodas and drinking the soda or drinking the beer, right? The alcohol and shit. But these AEW fans, bro, they're sitting on their seats, bro.
I thought main event was like they just recorded a match from each of their different live events and then like put it all together for the end of the week.
Oh, bro.
What the fuck? No. They trot out 2 or 3 matches before the actual show, and that's main event.
Yeah. We got Romeo and the hope I see Romeo and all the guys from True Heel Heat this coming Wednesday. By the way, on their next episode of True Heel Heat, they're gonna have as a guest Chris Van Vliet. So make sure you CVV. That's good on them. I'm happy for them.
That's big time. I'm tuning in for that one.
I'm tuning in for that one too. Now I'm watching the playback. I need something to listen to while I'm at work on Saturday, so I cannot wait. So there's that. I mean, listen, I went with Travis from COH. We had fun.
How's he doing, by the way?
He's doing great. He's doing his own podcast with Steve on. They're calling the Fractured Skull, where they review horror movies. Which is worth a listen to if you're into horror movies and stuff like that. But he's good, and all that stuff. So we had fun. It's funny because he showed up before me, right? And he's literally he brings with him a small bottle of Lysol. So I don't know if you noticed.
Be cautious.
If you notice in the thumbnail of the vlog, you see Travis with his mask on, holding the fucking Lysol can. In his fucking head, the little mini Lysol can. There's that too.
That's awesome.
We both popped up on camera, the back of our heads, because we're literally sitting right behind one of the hard cams. That's literally where we're sitting. But nonetheless, I'll say this: I had fun. For what it's worth, I really did enjoy myself. I didn't watch the show. I didn't watch it back a lot on TV when I got home. Why should I? I was there. So there's that. I thought Adam Cole had a good ass reaction at Prudential Center. It just hit me like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this, man. Adam Cole is not a heel. I don't know why these wrestling companies try to convince me he's a heel. Just make him a babyface, dude. Like he has to be a babyface in the future. Like he never got booed in NXT. He never got booed. He's not gonna get booed in AEW. It's been like the most miscast thing for like the past 8 years is Adam Cole's a heel. He's not a heel.
My only thing too is I'll say this, yo. His song is okay.
It's
all about the boom. I'm just shocked that he didn't go back to his Ring of Honor theme song. I got something for you.
Yeah,
he probably wanted to keep because he put in a lot of emphasis to the boom theme. So and NXT. So I feel like he wanted to keep that too.
Another thing too, I'll say, props to Adam Cole. If you listen to these interviews that he's done since leaving WWE, he had nothing but pray for Triple H and Shawn in his time there.
I mean, that's all he had to do.
But here's the thing: we all know Triple H was gonna be still one of the mainstays. He would have not left. Like let's just call that because like, hey, Triple H probably told him, yeah, man, you're fucked. You fucking gotta leave. Triple H probably told him to leave, man. Hunter don't care.
Yeah, I'm for fucked. Don't worry, I'll talk to Cody. I'll talk to Cody for you. Don't worry.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like Triple H. Like, look, I know there's like pot shots and stuff, but they respect each other at the end of the day. These two companies respect each other at the end of the day. You have to respect each other at the end of the day. Like, y'all competing for the same shit. But
it's like Dana and Scott Coker. Like they're
you know what
I'm saying?
Like Dana's not going to go out his way promote a Bellator fight, but you know he respects that Scott Coker's dealing with the same bullshit, you know, and whatnot. Like he respects, like Dana White ranted on Bob Arum for years, but he respects the fact that he has to do shit for boxing to make that shit entertaining. So yeah, you know, like that's the thing with wrestling. They respect each other, but like I just tell people when I say if Triple H was in charge, he would have not left because Triple H was going to willingly push Adam Cole and make Adam Cole one of the future players of WWE. Vince was never going to do that. Vince was probably going to give it, like Adam Cole would have been on the roster. You would have seen people saying, this is when he should go to AEW. She going there. And then he would have gotten his random WWE title push, and then he would have had like a bad reign and people complain about it. And then, you know, yeah, so at least with AEW, you know, he's in the same, let's just call it a spade a spade. You know, a lot of people like that are saying like, oh, I can't believe he left AEW. He's in the same position. He was going to be in the same position in WWE. So like he made a move that he felt was better. And really, to be honest, like people said that he's going to be lost in the shuffle. There's rumors that they're making like a trios belt. So I guess they're making a title for him. So he ain't going to be too lost in the shuffle at the end of the day. So, you know, like, yeah, he's not a main eventer right now, but he wasn't going to be a main eventer in WWE's main roster anyway. So what's the difference?
Yeah, exactly.
Like he just made a better move. You know, I'm not going to hate him for it. Like that's the problem. These wrestling fans they don't use logic or common sense. They're so like, I'm team AEW, I'm team WWE. Like, shut the fuck up. No one gives a fuck. Talk.
You're just a wrestling fan at the end of the fucking day.
It's the same shit. It's the same wrestling, you know. AEW just gets more time to do their shit in the ring. WWE is just a little bit more polished and focuses on the entertainment side. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. For years, all these wrestling fans, if you don't like it, don't watch it. All right, take your own advice. Don't fucking watch it if you don't like it. You don't need to comment on it. Like shit. Like I don't care if people want to review shows. That's different. But I'm talking about the people that don't even watch the shows making comments. Like, what the fuck are you making comments for if you don't like it? Like, shut up.
That's an interesting point you just said because
So we're gonna say here too. What else happened? Again, I'm not a fucking brain fart. Okay, I'm having a fucking. Try to remember what else happened here. Okay, what else? Well, I was there. Holy shit, I was fucking there.
Were you singing along?
What?
You know that's what the AEW crowd does. They're sing along, like a Disney sing along old VHS tape. Were you singing along to all the entrances?
He didn't come out. Jungle Boy didn't come out.
No, fucking Judas, you dumbass.
Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho or CM Punk.
Christ, Steven.
Did you not watch?
Jungle Boy didn't come out. Yeah, not like Chris Jericho's been forcing this stupid Fozzy song on us for the last 5 years.
Yeah, of course. I was too. Fuck it.
Has that song been off for 5 years?
Yeah,
it feels like it. It feels like it.
Wasn't it a theme song for a takeover?
No,
that was a different Fozzy song.
It was his New Japan song.
Wait a second. No, it was.
That was his New Japan song.
No, they used Judas as a takeover song.
Oh shit! So, reading the comment here real quick from True Heel Romeo.
Oh,
so on the event page, it said doors open. Doors at 6, but show times at 7 for Wednesday. Interesting. I gotta get there early. I'm meeting up with Walter and his girlfriend, dude. Again, I'm gonna say this right now too. Walter's girlfriend is a fucking soldier, yo. She literally is a fucking soldier, bro.
More power to her.
Nah, for real, I told Walter, bro. I told him on SmackDown when we were there, bro. You better take her shopping. When all this is said and done, I don't any shoes she want and Michael Kors purse. You get her, bro.
Dragging her to 6
Bro,
hours.
we literally do. We were there from SmackDown, and again, she sat there with us, right? And she was just on her phone, like she just wanted to go, but she stuck out.
She didn't pay attention. She was just like, oh, whatever.
No. Only when Roman came out. Oh, it was.
Oh, dude, it was the same. Who the fuck is that? Oh my god, the head of the table comes out. Women are paying attention, man. They're paying attention, yeah.
My girl's like, oh, fuck this wrestling bullshit. And, oh my god, who is that? I'm like, yep, Roman Reigns.
Here comes Roman.
I think every guy, and again, this may come out like crap, but whatever. Every guy with a girlfriend or a wife, what have you, the next time it goes down, you walk into the bedroom with the Roman Reigns theme song. Yeah.
Dude, I remember SummerSlam, like the whole pay-per-view, people were getting up, leaving during matches and shit like that. But the final 3 matches, Edge and Rollins, no one left. Freaking Goldberg and Lashley, no one left. And Cena and Roman, because my mom even made the comment too, because my mom went to the show with me. She goes, man, for this show being so big, it's sold out. It doesn't feel sold out. And then by Edge and Rollins, my mom was like, "Oh, it's actually sold out." I'm like, "Mom," I said, "There's probably people like walking around just enjoying the atmosphere of this new stadium." And then plus, I think a lot of people were forced to sit down because the internet went out, so we couldn't buy shit anyway. So because like it's a non-cashless event. But yeah, we like Roman and Cena, like those are stars, man. Like those get people's attention. So I'm curious to see if she hears battle cry, Steven. If Walter's girlfriend hears, they hear that battle cry, the one-winged angel friend. If she keeps her head up to see Kenny God Omega, or if she hears the Trapped of the Valkyries, the
moment
What's with that hip hop part of his song?
Why does he have a Miles Morales theme song? Like literally, it's like literally like. I heard the word version too. The word version is way better than TV version.
So apparently they were trying to get to the final countdown.
Yeah, I read that, Steven. I do not care. I read that. Why do you act like I don't know this?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to say. Yeah, there's words. It's like I'm gonna build for this. I won't quit. I was born for greatness. And I'm like, dude, this is way better than the. It just doesn't fit Brian, but I love it, dude. I hope he dude. Just bury Kenny Omega, bro. Fuck Kenny Omega, dude. Like, just have Bryan Danielson needs to exert his WWE powers, bro. He needs to remind Kenny Omega, like, in one night I beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista. What the fuck did you do in one night? Oh, I wrestled 1 hour and a half with Kazuchika Okada, loser. I'm a big Dragon fan now, dude. Bryan Danielson is my favorite AEW wrestler. It's not even close, dude. Bryan Danielson literally said, fuck your rankings. Your rankings, guess who's number 1? Orange Cassidy? Fuck that. I'm number 1, bitch.
Why is it I looked at the rankings the other day and I'm like, wait a second. I know he's the TV champ, but why isn't Miro number 1? He's undefeated.
No, the TNT and the AEW title are the same in the same rankings.
I know, but he has 0 losses.
The champions are the champions, and the rankings are the people who aren't champions.
Okay.
If you look at the rankings, it literally shows Miro and Kenny Omega as the champions.
I know, but there's also a win-loss ratio.
No, but David, he's a champion, so he's not in the rankings. So that's why he's a champion. He's not in the rankings. The rankings are for both belts because the TNT title is as important as the AEW World title.
Okay,
and
so
the rank. Hold on one more time. And the rankings are just inflated just because of Dark Elevation.
Yeah,
like all of these scrubs are undefeated on Dark Elevation. So it's
how dare it, dude? Bryan Danielson does not even need Dark. Dude, I bet you. Like, could you imagine? Yo, Brian, you got to wrestle on Dark Elevation. The fuck? Who?
No. No.
That's what Brian Danielson's going to say this. That's what Adam Cole's for. That's what Phil's for. That's not what Dragon's for, baby. The Dragon only wrestles on Dynamite and Rampage.
So what was I going to say? I just literally lost my train of thought. God damn it.
Yeah, good time.
Yeah, I had a great time. All the fuck you want. I'll say this. You know what I ended up doing, bro? And again, I'll just say it because fuck it. I ended up downloading on my Spotify Ruby Soho's theme song, yo. It's catchy shit. It's catchy shit.
That's an old ass song. It's been around forever.
Bro, I just did because fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's catchy shit. Ruby Soho, if you will.
So AEW's ranking, Steven. All right. So the rankings, number 1's Orange Cassidy. I don't see him fighting for a title anytime soon. Number 2 is Powerhouse Hobbs. Now, if CM Punk wins, I think CM Punk has to go to number 2 at that point. Number 3 is Jan Moxley. Number 4 is the Impact World Champion Christian Cage. And then Jungle Boy is number 5.
What about for the TNT Championship?
No, it's the
It's
this
the
is
same
what you
ranking.
got. That's the same ranking. That's where you and David are not understanding that. It's the same fucking rankings.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And honestly, man, I did not even know the Butcher and the Blade were number 1. And I didn't even know they were 7-0.
I didn't even know the Butcher came back.
No, he came back at whatever the last pay All Out was, because like they came out and they're like the Butcher. It was much better than their debut when JR fucking butched that shit. The Butcher, the Blade.
That's just me. I'm tired of just hearing those sound like nicknames in between names. The Butcher and the Blade, or like that's so new generation from the 90s. Oh, there's the Butcher and the Blade, but it's like you would think, okay, this is Dan the Butcher something, or Bobby the Blade.
No, it's the Butcher, the Blade.
The Blade, the Butcher, man. So also, I'll say this. So during Rampage, yeah, man, live in person, everyone was tired as shit. People were leaving, right? I'm sorry for a tape show. I will say this: Anna Jay and Ali shit the bed, yo. They shit the bed.
Yeah, it was that bad.
It was just horse shit. I'm sorry. I was like, bro.
What happened to Allie? I don't think she crap.
And the other thing, yeah, she was. I mean, let's be real about it. When you look at Allie, the one thing you'll go back to like memorable is that wedding segment from Impact many years ago.
Yeah.
That's it. Other than that, it's whatever, bro.
I think she's a complete jobber in AEW. She doesn't want to match there.
She's a manager. She's a manager, bro. So I mean, there's that.
Fair.
I thought the Lucha Brothers versus the Blade and the Butcher killed it.
The Blade, the Butcher.
Yeah, the Blade and the Butcher. Yeah, they killed it for what it was worth. I did enjoy the Bryan and Kenny confrontation. Even though I really feel it, people will say, "Oh, it should be for the title. It should be for the title." Yeah, no. Yes, but at the same time, it's like where they're gonna go with this, and I hope it's not. I know.
Where do you think they're gonna go with this?
So I think obviously Bryan's gonna get his win.
Of course.
Because you have to.
His debut.
But at the same time, and I know Solomon Monster said this on his show just recently on the Sound Off, that he talked about the idea of that match ending in a disqualification. But then it builds up to another match down the road.
Did they do that there? I don't
No,
know.
dude. See, that makes too much sense for AEW. They have these time limits. Why don't the fuck does it just end in a draw? That seems like more like Kenny Omega booking. Like, me and Danielson, we were so good at wrestling each other that it was a draw.
So at the same time, too, think about it, bro. This show gonna be stacked, bro. Coming up on Rampage.
Overblowing the load.
Oh, bro, they are literally blowing their load in New York to the point where you have people of the wrestling media coming in from across the country, different parts of the country as well. On site, mother flowers, on site. If you get what I'm saying, on site. Even though I think they'll be protected, but it is what it is. All right. But can't wait. Cannot fucking wait. It's gonna be raining, from my understanding, but thankfully they do have that fucking mechanical roof. So that fucking roof and shit. But overall, if AEW comes to your town, go. Just go.
Dude, I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to come to they're talking about West Coast in 2022. So hopefully, but it just depends because I'm going to Dallas for WrestleMania. I'm going to Dallas for WrestleMania. So I don't know if I'm going to have money for All Out and.
Are you not going to do LA the year follow?
Huh?
Or I'm not going to go to
Dynamite.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna go to LA WrestleMania. Why wouldn't I? It's a soap opera.
I don't know.
I already have. Dude, I know people who run SoFi. Right, I'm good on SoFi. SoFi, I don't have to worry about shit, dog.
There you go.
So let's move on here.
Come here.
Let's move. They will, bro. They will. I think in due time they will.
I just don't want them to be bad and they come here and I missed out on the good times.
We have Ross in the chat here. What's up, yo? I don't know when AEW coming back here. Been almost 3 years. We have Roman Reigns. I think Omega and Brian will be a time limit. Brian having the yes lock on Omega and Omega not tapping out. Are we getting a Hangman return on a Wednesday? Maybe so.
No, save that shit for Rampage.
Him versus Punk, yo. Shove and take my money, yo. Brian Danielson over Kenny Omega without question from Mr. Bubba Matt, a fellow brother in the support of the Roman Reigns, like myself and Chase and some of us here as well.
Look, I got the Universal title. I got Roman's title.
Is that hair versus hair match happening this week?
Which one for who?
Matt Hardy.
You were there for the segment. What the hell?
No, this coming week is that happening? Or Matt Hardy versus Orange Cassidy?
They're not having a hair versus hair match.
They've been promoting it.
Oh shit! Well, you notice Matt Hardy's hair got long. I think shit, his hair is long as fuck, yo.
So probably dark, man. Maybe that's maybe that's a reason to watch Dark Elevation.
I saw Rampage. That's Rampage, man. That's Rampage, my man. I saw Rampage. But yeah, but I'm gonna be dead come fucking Thursday morning.
I feel like for the Rampage Arthur Ashe, I really think they should kick off with CM Punk and Will Hobbs. You got to make sure at least Punk has somewhat of a hot crowd.
Yes, please, so then I can just leave after because I got
to. Wait, Steven, you're telling me you're not excited for Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford?
That's a beer break.
Are you not excited for the lights out Suzuki Goon versus John Moxley and Eddie Kingston?
Listen, we got a new subscriber. The Prince 66, thank you for subscribing. The Prince 66.
Oh, what's up?
What's up, yo? Thank you for subscribing again. Got to hit the subscribe button down below.
Steven, are you telling me you're not excited for the dude Rampage? I thought that card was good. It's actually only like 2 matches. Like they have the Inner Circle versus Men of the Year. Like what?
Yes, Jericho and is Jericho.
No, I know that, but I'm like, dude, that like, why is that on this Rampage card? Like,
I'll say, I love Dan Lambert, yo. Bless that guy. I know a lot of people don't like him, this and that. I honestly enjoyed. I don't know about many of you guys, but I did enjoy that angle and Impact in 2017.
That was a great angle.
I think that's where, honestly, Kobe Covington really.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Impact, though, Kobe Covington would not be where he's at right now.
Dude, honestly, I don't know why Rampage is 2 hours. They could have done this in an hour. They could have done Punk versus Powerhouse Hobbs. I guess the SuperKick versus Christian Cage and Jurassic Express really needs like a lot of time, but yeah, they could have done this because Lucha Brothers versus the Hardy Family Office. The fuck is this?
Yeah, I hope Dynamite is from Roswell. I hope Dynamite is good this week. Just started watching again. Last 2 weeks have been okay. Trying to get a feel for the character, etc. Fair enough.
I have a question about AEW. So I threw this out here, and I just wanted you guys' opinion. Do you, outside of MJF, because I think he's the one person who does it.
I missed his promo. I was so mad, bro. I went to buy food.
Okay.
Me and Travis, you gotta understand, yo. The munchies for me kicked in. The munchies kicked in. So I was, bro. Again, I can't go to a show sober. I can't. I have to go out. It's my rule. Okay.
All right.
Especially this week coming up with New York, but still. So I want to get a burger and a soda. By the way, what I like about Prudential, the cup, the large size is small for a large, but it's free refills. It's like, fuck it, I'll take it. But while this is happening, we're getting our food. MGF is out there in the ring cutting his promo on Jersey. Put a smile on my face because damn it, he's not wrong.
Yeah. The question I had in regards to AEW, outside of MJF and just like the talent that they just don't like, like Peter Avalon or, someone who's just like a nobody. Like, do you feel, I'm not sure if it's just a thing where AEW's run differently, where they don't really have faces and heels, or do you think that like the people who are portraying heels just don't do their job good enough to get booed because they're too over and too popular, basically as baby faces? Like for example, Britt Baker, she's obviously a heel, but she's won the crowd over so damn good that it takes a baby face to come in the ring and be next to her for you to be reminded she's a heel. Like, I feel that happens. Like you were saying earlier, Chase, that Adam Cole should just be a baby face, right? But it's like,
Should be.
Like, do you feel like either like the crowds are like they just love who they love and that's how AEW is, or do you feel like
I think it's just I think it's they love who they love. I think because like look at the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, they get booed for the most part. I mean, they're doing their jobs like of getting heat. But I feel like with Britt Baker, it's for her. In her defense, the reason why she doesn't get, first of all, that match with Thunder Rosa is one of those things that people are always going to remember for years to come. Yeah. And then second of all, I just think the women's division is so boring, like that in AEW that like there's not like anyone else where it's like, hey, like why should we hate Britt Baker? Like, no offense to Sheeta, good wrestler, good champion. Didn't do much for the fans, like the fans didn't really care for her all that much, and you can tell no one cares about Sheeta because like no one's saying we want Sheeta, right? We want Sheeta, like like the women that get the reaction are her, Ty Conti gets a reaction, Jay Cargill gets a reaction, Brandy when she comes back gets a reaction, like those are the women that get reactions. Riho sometimes gets a reaction, depends on where they're at, but. That's the thing. I just think they like Ruby Soho. Obviously, she just debuted, so of course she's going to get that positive reaction. But that's the thing. Like, people are just always going to give a reaction to these people. Right. But real quick, I think they just react to who they want to react to.
So I know we talked about Dark Side of the Ring a couple minutes, like literally before we did the beginning of the show. But on Instagram, Tommy Dreamer issued a statement. I thought I should just read it to you guys and to the people out there. This is what he said on his Instagram. He posted this as a post and quote, regarding my comments on Dark Side of the Ring, it was never my intention to offend, hurt, victim shame anyone. Or victim shame anyone. I understand my comments were insensitive and could trigger emotions in someone's own personal past. I do not condone sexual misconduct of any kind. I apologize to anyone I offended from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry. And you have here on his comments here a lot of the blue check marks, that are in the business, forgiving him and stuff. So Chris Jericho wrote, forgiven. Ken Anderson, we love you, man. James Storm, a thumb up. The Black Pope, certainly we all know, we all knew and know your intent with a thumbs up emoji. Just to name you a few, I know Val Venus on his Facebook posted a statement too, and stuff like that. Just thought I'd just mention that, if you will.
Whatever.
Oh yeah. What were we gonna get into real quick? Because could we talk about?
Well, you have what's it? Who's this guy? He looks like a Rick Steiner Breaker. Braun Breaker.
Oh, yeah, Braun Breaker. Yeah.
So fuck it. Let's get into NXT.
Well, you have it in the thumbnail, Steven, so you might as well talk about it.
I know, yeah.
Because you would be like, because why would you put him in the thumbnail if you're not going to talk about NXT?
Exactly. Well, I also got the Christian Cage and Josh Alexander, and I do have also the Kenny Omega and Brown, which we already talked about in my Dynamite.
Okay. Here's the thing. Christian Cage and Josh Alexander. I don't know why you guys are even trying. We all know Sting versus CM Punk is main eventing Bound for Glory. Like, let's just call it a spade. We already know that, man.
Sting's old theme song.
Dude, AEW needs that thing. I don't care what anyone says. TNA Sting theme song was the greatest theme song ever, man. Like you knew shit was about to go down where you're wow.
Facts, yeah. So on Tuesday, it was the debut of NXT 2.0. I know a lot of people were very skeptic. I'll say this. The show for me is hit and miss. Had this show been a 2-hour special on Peacock, I'm fine with it. That being said, there's a lot of talent, and I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to put over or get over their performance center students, per se.
Which they should be doing.
Of course, they should be doing that. I'm not saying they shouldn't, of course. But you know what it felt like to me? And I said this, I think, on the True Heel Heat's live reaction. It felt like you're watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And then next thing you know, you're watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Yeah, there was a big shift. Yeah, I agree with that, Steven. Too much of a shift.
I like the fact that, hey, they're focusing on one of their own and Rick Steiner's son. I think it's silly that you can't reference him as Rick Steiner's son.
So I've been defending this. It's not like the Steiners have such a great resume in WWE that you really, and especially with Scott Steiner and how much they bash him. Why would you want people to Google this and then people are going to think he's Scott Steiner? Because I'm going to be real here, man. Sometimes wrestling fans don't read shit. They're going to think he's Scott Steiner's son and want him to cut the stupid math promo and be as crazy as Scott Steiner. So here's the thing. I feel like his name should just be Breaker. Fuck Braun. You had a Braun before and he sucked. Maybe you should just call him Breaker. Just call him Breaker and you're good. He breaks people. Great look. Great style. Just call him Breaker. His name's going to get shortened anyways. We know by the time he gets to the main roster, they're going to be like, and there's Breaker. So might as well just make him Breaker right now. But I'm okay with him being, because that's another thing too. Sometimes though, you give these people look at how that hurt Curtis Axel. Before people were like, why don't they give him the name like Mr. Perfect? Then they decide to give him something related to not only his father, but his grandfather. And people were like, he sucks. So sometimes it's a benefit when they don't have those names.
Facts, big facts. So I like the fact that, you know what? I like the new theme song with Wale. I like it.
Yeah, I do. I like it too.
Years with NXT, and again, you may think, oh, whatever, but it's always been like a rock song.
Yeah.
A band. And again, it's fine. That's what you're into. It's fine. I like the fact that it's a change. It's a hip hop song. It's Wale. Wale, you all know, is a passionate wrestling fan. And all that stuff. But I like that. I like the setup. It felt like I like the way it looked at the same time from the entrance ramp. It looks like I am on an episode of Double Dare.
Yeah, no, the colors are the thing for me. I like the bull, the logo. That should be like a secondary logo or something to the nature where it's just like, hey, we use this for T-shirts logo, because that's a cool logo for a T-shirt. But as your main logo, it's like hard. And then the colors, because that shit was throwing me off, man. I'm seeing what's that tag team's name with the Diamond Mine Cutlers, the people, the
brothers. I'm trying to remember
Colbers or Cutlers. I always got their name mixed up, but the Collins. I know it starts with a C.
Colognes. What are we talking about?
Sure.
Diamond Mines tag team. The Diamond Mine tag team.
The two brothers were the onesies.
Yeah, they're brothers. They're not brothers. They're actual real legit amateur wrestlers, and they're going to be great with Gable Stevenson in a great faction that's going to dominate WWE. But yeah, no. I forgot their names, but they're doing their shtick, and I loved it. But it was throwing me off because all the colors were just going on in the background, and it didn't work. So, but no, I understand they're now going to be a developmental. I'm not going to hate NXT 2.0 for that.
I love that.
Look, Look. Vince and Triple H, they both failed NXT. Creed brothers. There we go. Creed. I should have remembered that. Just Creed brothers. I don't know why I was thinking Cutler. I think it's because they're wrestlers.
Creed and Brutus
Creed.
Creed.
Yeah, dude, they're good. They're good. Julius Creed, especially that pool main eventer, man. If he don't become a main eventer, it's on him. But what was I gonna say? Like both Hunter and Triple H failed NXT. Triple H didn't make any performance. Like name me a Performance Center product that Triple H has made. Maybe like Baron Corbin, and that's it.
Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair. Okay, Bianca Belair, Baron Corbin.
Biggie. That's it.
Biggie's not Triple H. He's FCW. Don't count.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm counting Performance Center. You went Performance Center. Your NXT. Like, because the thing is, man, we all know why WWE made a Performance Center. Triple H's biggest signing of all time, Sin Cara, flopped. La Mystica flopped, and then they had Finn Balor's not. No, he. No, you can't say Finn Balor. Finn Balor is not Performance Center.
Okay.
I'm talking about the whole idea of the Performance Center was to get college wrestlers, to get NFL guys, to get guys like me, like just random people that don't know how to wrestle and make them wrestlers. Like guys like Kevin Owens, they're good. Guys like Finn Balor, already good. Guys like the Undisputed Era, already good. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not counting those people. Tegan Knox's, Dakota Kai's.
Oh, Street Profits.
Okay, I guess Street Profits. That's a good one. Yeah, Street Profits for sure.
Raquel Gonzalez on.
Yeah, Raquel Gonzalez. Okay, yeah.
Yes and no.
Rhea Ripley, I guess in some sense you could say Rhea Ripley too, like kind of because she was really young, so she kind of learned a little bit more. But yeah, that's the thing. The Performance Center though, like you're putting all this money into it, and where's your return on investment? Where is your return on the investment on the Performance Center? That Performance Center is not making money. What you're doing is you're grabbing guys from the independents and you're not making money with them. And whether that's on Vince not booking them correctly or Triple H not booking them correctly, that's a different argument. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you put a bunch of money into the Performance Center, and I can tell you right now, man, anytime I've asked people about the Performance Center, they rant and rave how awesome it is. They talk about how this is state of the art and everything like that. You hear these things, and then you see Adam Cole look like a beanstalk. Like, motherfucker, you go to the Performance Center every day. How come you're not jacked? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. The Performance Center need to put it in its own weight, and now it's about damn time to put it in its own weight. Now it's time for them to actually use people from the Performance Center to hopefully create WWE superstars. Hey, will it work? We don't know yet. We really don't know. It's a small sample size that has worked. Yeah, now Jax counts. And I guess you can count Ronda Rousey too. Ronda Rousey is a Performance Center person too, if you want to count her. Shayna Baszler is a Performance Center. Shayna Baszler is also a Performance Center.
Well, yeah, but she's in.
With this new NXT, and I'm watching the show, and I'm like, okay, can we finally send Dominic to the new NXT?
Thank you. Dominic's fine.
Dominic's a made kid, dude. That dude's. He's far beyond that.
He's still
he's an example too. Like I said, if Dominic's last name wasn't Mysterio, y'all would be all like, "Hey, dude, this guy's pretty solid." But since his last name is Mysterio, y'all expect him to be Booyaka Booyaka, and he's not Booyaka Booyaka. So that's why Braun Breaker is not Rex Steiner. Because if he was Rex Steiner, y'all would expect him to be like Scott and Rick. And then afterwards, when he's not cutting goofy map promos or being like Scott Steiner, even though Rick was never like that, or barking like Rick Steiner, y'all are going to be upset. So I'm fine with him being Braun Breaker. But like I said, Performance Center needs to put its weight. You put in a lot of money, time, and investment in it. It's time. And a lot of people are going to say, well, how do we know it's going to work? NXT did not work for WWE. So Vince is going back to his old ways. You may hate it, but let's just be real about it. OVW produced 4 legit superstars for WWE and a bunch of great talent around them. FCW was shitted on for years, but let's be real about FCW and Deep South Wrestling. Kofi Kingston, FCW/Deep South Wrestling. Drew McIntyre, FCW. Sheamus, FCW. Big E, our new WWE champion, FCW. FCW. I know everyone's gonna say, oh, he was also on NXT. He literally was made in FCW. Roman Reigns, FCW. Seth Rollins, FCW. John Moxley, FCW. So here's the thing. Vince McMahon, you may not like his methods, but the thing is, sometimes, yes, it is, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing and trying a different result. But in terms of making talent, in terms of making stars, Alberto Del Stinko, another FCW guy,
MVP.
In terms of making MVP, OBW, Deep South. In terms of making stars, Vince McMahon knows his methods, and his methods have worked. NXT, like everyone's gonna say Seth Rollins, no, he's an FCW guy. Big E, FCW guy. Bo Dallas, FCW guy before the NXT. The real first NXT guy was like Neville as NXT champion. That was the first real NXT guy, if you want to be technical about it. But at the end of the day,
they rolled their dice in Rotunda on both.
What do you mean? Sami Zayn's NXT.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I'm saying Neville's the first like official NXT guy to to be in the NXT farm system. Yeah, Bo Dallas was an FCW guy as well. That's what I'm trying to say. Bray Wyatt, another FCW guy. Brody Lee, FCW guy. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, let's be real. If we're going to talk about it, I guess the biggest guy, to be honest, the most successful guy from, besides Bianca, from like this NXT Performance Center era of Triple H, fucking Strowman. Strowman's probably the only guy that you got to think about it. Like, let's just be real about it. The only guy that really came out of it that was like actually successful.
I don't even think all the time watching NXT, I don't even think I saw.
He was on NXT for a little bit, like just like a cup of coffee. He literally had like one match, and that was it.
Damn.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, those are the only guy. There's like a select few, and so hey, you know what, man? Like, sometimes, man, I wish Vince would change the way he writes the TV show. Sometimes I wish Vince would change the way he produces. But man, when it comes to finding talent, this motherfucker sometimes can't miss. And so I'm not going to doubt Vince McMahon when it comes to finding talent and making money with that talent. I can doubt his writing. I can doubt his decision making. I can doubt everything else. But when it comes to finding talent, I don't know. This fool can't miss.
You got a point.
I know this the other day was that fucking the guy that won Carmelo Hayes. That was a miss.
I like him.
So mind you, I was at work. I'm at work, right? While the new NXT is happening, right? 2.0. So I'm in our group chat, and I'm like, "Hey, yo, how the new NXT without Eno?" And then Mike's like, "Wait till you get home and you see it." And I see everyone on Twitter like just shitting on it. I guess it's the fact that he turned heel. Is that what it is?
So well, he's more like a cocky tweener. He's a cocky tweener.
I think it's his partner. His partner can't talk.
His partners. I think his partner's trying to manipulate him to use his tournament win to cash in on the tag titles. That's the story I'm going with.
Wait, who are the tag champs?
MSK.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still the tag champ. Oh wow.
The Rascals.
Yeah.
Whoa, man. Dude, I wonder this new arena is gonna hate them like the CWC did, because the CWC hated MSK, dude. I don't know what they did, but the CWC hated them.
I don't know. And they scrapped a match from this event.
And also, we have a new NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa.
Good.
Won 2 or 3 times.
You can tell, obviously, we're getting that's him versus Steiner's kid, the Steiner nephew, if you will. That's going to be down the road, how to take over, likely. And we did it. And we had the wedding, the Index
Which
wedding.
Is the best thing ever in life.
The best fucking
Dude,
this was season, baby. Loomis season.
They literally needed to say, hey, they should have cut more shit from this show, because I get it that like they were trying to do, because that was my one complaint about this episode. It felt extremely rushed, dog. I was just like, man, you guys are rushing this right here. But no, but like I like the index, buddy. That's what wrestling's all about, man. And Dexter Lumis, like, he should get a world title shot. I don't care, man. Like, he funny as hell, man. I don't care if he can't wrestle. He funny.
He's the new Kane. Like, remember when Kane didn't talk at all when he was over with DX to a degree?
Yeah.
And, like, he had the sound box or whatever. Like, he doesn't – he's so over not talking that it works perfectly like Kane used to. I get those vibes.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, he had the hatchet in his jacket.
Yeah.
Bro,
he opened that jacket.
That's the I wish an N-word would meme right there.
I wish
the ultimate
one would. I wish motherfucker would. But I like the fact that they milked him speaking. I like how I like how the groomsmen dressed up as Dexter Lumis. My only thing is I wish they would have had Ted DiBiase. After all, he's a minister, right? You would think.
True.
Okay.
He really is.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then Lumis finally spoke. I was waiting for something bad to happen, a betrayal or something. And no, they actually
I feel like
with the wedding.
I think the moment was to see if Lumis would actually talk. Because, like, if he didn't say I do, like, the wedding doesn't happen and stuff like that. But I felt like, like him talking, like, because the one thing with the new NXT is this. They needed a new baby face to help, like Ciampa, he's a baby face, but really, to be honest, he's better suited as a heel. Pete Dunne's a heel with the Ridge guy who Vince is going to push to the fucking moon. LA Knight, this is the one thing. Why do people think LA Knight's dead and gone? LA Knight's fine, dude. He doesn't need to be a champion. Like, there's a role for LA Knight where he does not need to be a world champion. LA Knight doesn't need to be a champion to be successful in NXT. He can talk to, like, he literally had a good feud with Cameron Grimes. You're telling me that he can't do anything else? So, like, maybe that Von Wagner kid, maybe LA Knight feuds with Von Wagner and gets that guy to actually be something. So,
Baby Edge.
Who the fuck?
According to Vince.
Von Wagner.
Baby Edge.
What the dude? He was in the main event. He was in the fatal promo. You cool?
Vince thinks he looks like Edge.
He took O'Reilly's place.
But my thing is this, okay? If Kyle O'Reilly got ambushed, right? Why not just put in this Steiner kid, right? Why not put him in? He beat LA Knight.
That didn't make sense.
But instead they put in Von Wagner, who gets eliminated first.
Dude, that shit was so funny. That was like the funniest thing. Steven, it wasn't an elimination. It was just a regular match. Damn, dude. But it was so funny. The dude was just standing there, and they're like, "You want a title shot? You got it." I'm like, "What the fuck? This is how you get title shots at 2.0?"
So
fuck.
That Tony D'Angelo, bro.
Oh, yo, that reminded me of the
Johnny Stamboli 2.0, bro.
Yeah, remember the one dude who just randomly would show up on Lucha Underground with a pizza or some shit and get like squashed like that, like in the white beater?
I didn't watch them on Lucha Underground, bro.
All right, they used to have this one Italian dude, and they would play Italian music in the background when he would show up. And he was. I'm not saying this guy's gonna be a jobber, but this guy looks like he could have been him after hitting the gym.
No, I think honestly, dude, he's gonna be a big star, bro. I think honestly, dude, someone like him, he's gonna be a big star, bro. He's opened a Twitter account. I think by now he's at 1,000 followers, but I do think that he's gonna be a big star and a champion real soon on 205 Live.
Oh,
he's that small. He's that small.
Hey, listen, man. They let anyone wrestle on 205 Live now, so fuck
yeah, I saw Odyssey Jones was on 205 Live. What the fuck is
they
this?
They got women on 205 Live, bro. What wrestling, bro?
Wow, that's a bit crazy.
You know what I mean? So
they should really call that like 2.0 extra or something at this point, like just like NX extra or something catchy. NXT Elevation. How about NXT 2.0 Elevation?
Oh, NXT Evolve. They own the rest of Evolve, right?
They do.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I'll say this. I don't want to crap on it right away like that, but to me though, I do feel like this will be better off on US on Peacock as a Peacock special than just being on the US. I don't think USA Network, but then again, like Chase said, they'll pay they see that.
Honestly, it just depends on how WWE sells it to the network. Like, how is WWE selling to USA to keep NXT? Because like the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure eventually in the Peacock relationship, but keep in mind we don't know everything that's going on with Peacock. I'm pretty sure in the relationship, besides just live pay-per-views, they probably looking for a live TV show on Peacock. Like, NXT TakeOver did good numbers for Peacock. So why wouldn't you want a live medium that people can watch not only live but on demand? But we know Peacock has shit that needs to work out. But also too, it's more also with the international side of things. You don't want to make it live on exclusively on Peacock, and then you fuck over your international fans. And I don't know how it's gonna work. I hope they find a way to make it work. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, Sean Ross Sapp said that story is going to come out this week. It's going to be multiple different stories, so we'll see where the relationship's at. But yeah, it's up to the networks. Like, look, if they feel like NXT is hitting the demos well, if they feel like NXT is making money, if NXT is showing on TV and it's not a cost loss for the network, they're going to keep it on TV, and that's just the bottom line. They for all we know, maybe freaking USA was big on the whole rainbow colors and shit. Maybe they're like, hey, we see this dynamite, make that, do that. So with the theme and stuff like that, do that. So right. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't understand when it comes to wrestling. A lot of times networks do have to say in certain things. It's like for example, I always like to bring up the whole TNT title with thing. Oh, come on, man. We all know MJF should have won that TNT title, but fuck, maybe TNT was like, yo, we want Cody to be a major star. He's one of the guys we really liked. He's one of the guys that we really want to push. Look at USA Network. If you ever watch Raw commercials, even before Drew was a main eventer, did you notice how many times Drew was in the commercials? Bobby Lashley was in the commercials. They would push these guys, and do you know why they push these guys? Because the networks want these guys too, man. That's just the bottom line when it comes down to it. Roman Reigns, they had a huge fight over Roman Reigns if he was going to be on Fox or not. So that's one of the things you got to think about too.
Absolutely.
Speaking on if Roman's going to be on Fox or not, one thing that you didn't mention in the lineup in a couple weeks is the draft.
Yes. Yeah, that's next week. We can talk about the draft next week.
Shut up.
So yeah, let's get into WWE real quick because we want to wrap this up also in a little bit. It's crazy when we're talking about this at the end, but yeah, it just happens. Big E is the new WWE champion. I did a video on this Tuesday morning, what have you. My thoughts on it. I'm happy for the guy. I think all of us across the board, we're all happy for the guy.
Oh yeah, he's earned that,
Earned it. All the fuck you want, the blood, the sweat, the tear, the sacrifice, all that stuff, right? I'm pretty sure Booker T tried to give him advice that probably would not worked out. But other than that, again, I'm a fan of shock value.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Just didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have it. I just feel like, well, the shock value in me, I would have preferred. It doesn't help when he goes on Twitter, hey, I'm going to be there on Raw, cashing in. At the same time, though, you can make the argument, but at least he said it. At least, he let them know on time.
Right.
Not like when Rob Van Dam got in the ring and seen his face, told him, hey, on money at one night stand, I'm cashing in. We were supposed to get originally Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley, which we did get, and Bobby Lashley beat Randy Orton. In mind, throughout the entire night, they had segments with Big E, and Big E finally comes out at the end. Hits the big ending, is the new WWE champion, the second member of the New Day to be the WWE champion.
It was weird though, because it's like
it's in Kofi's hometown. It's in Kofi's hometown. They're doing this shit in Kofi's hometown.
No, it's not just that. It was weird because so the match happens, right? Bobby versus Orton, and that ends, and then you think he's gonna celebrate, and then you hear Big E's music. Big E comes out, he brings in the briefcase to cash in, and then they cut to commercial before the bell rings. Like I'm like
Yeah,
think
I
that
don't get that at all neither.
that was weird. Like if you believe in kayfabe, that was enough time for Bobby Lashley to say, "Yo, fuck your cash in. I'm walking away."
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
He said, that was funny. Bob Lashley just grabs about bop, 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 bop. He just walks out. He's like, fuck this shit, dude.
Yeah, like he had enough time.
Y'all want to go big? You can do that. I'm going to keep my title.
Exactly. Other than that, man, I'm happy for him, but at the same time, I'm a little disappointed because they were slowly planting seeds and that tree was growing just a little bit every week on SmackDown. If you saw the Paul Heyman segments, he'd get interviewed by Kayla, and then he'd turn around, and then there's Big E, and he's just laughing in his face with the briefcase. He's like, "Don't forget me. Don't forget me." Every week, it was the same thing. And you knew more and more he was like, "I'm coming for Roman." But then it didn't happen. And then that night, Roman's on Twitter, and he's like, "Smart decision." And he called him out.
Yeah, it was. It was a smart decision.
Because if you're real about, had he cashed in on Roman, it would have been over. He's not beating Roman Reigns. No.
You think he would have waited for Mania?
No.
So I feel like Roman is at the point he's just big matches right now. Like he has to like do something that's interesting.
Yeah.
And no offense to Big E, and then also too, I feel like WWE also booked themselves in a corner because they want Goldberg to win in a rematch against Lashley. Like it's obvious Goldberg is going to beat Lashley. Like I don't
the smartest thing.
I don't want to see it happen, but it's going to happen unfortunately because the Saudi prince gives Vince a bunch of money to do whatever the fuck he wants, and that's why I'm telling people don't be shocked next Sunday if the Damon makes us an upset on the tribal chief. I mean, you like. Don't be surprised because you never know with Saudi Arabia shows. They kind of ruin a lot of things, but
yeah,
I feel like they were booked in the corner. They didn't know what to do with the WWE Championship. They obviously love Bobby Lashley. I mean, he did a great job as WWE Champion. They couldn't rely back. They couldn't go back to Drew because they made the stipulation where it's like Drew can't be champion as long as Lashley's champion.
Right.
Randy Orton currently is doing something else with RK Bro, and I don't feel like you're ready to separate that faction. And then also, I think Riddle may have hurt himself with with his comments with Roman Reigns. Maybe they would have forced the RK Bro breakup, but now that Riddle's probably in some backstage heat, maybe that's something that changed plans. So the only logical team. He went on so Riddle. I don't know what it is, but I guess Riddle can do any interview in the world. So I forgot what interview this is, either a Sportskeeda or Bleacher Report interview. He pretty much just said like, Roman Reigns, you're not the needle mover. You don't do shit. You're related to The Rock. That's the only reason why you move. That's the only reason why you move needles. Like you're not the tribal chief. Blah blah blah. And then he confirmed that he did get heat for this in another Bleacher Report interview where he said, "Yeah, I got some heat, but acknowledge Roman. That's all I'm going to say on it." So. You can Google it. Like that's like happened. But Riddle, I guess, does whatever interviews he wants. But yeah, he pretty much said that interview. It kind of went under the radar because it was during SummerSlam weekend when he did make that needle mover comment because he literally made that comment 2 days after Roman made the needle mover comment. So and stuff. But yeah, so Riddle said that, so he had some heat. So maybe they didn't want to go down that route. They had to go with Big E. Big E and Roman, is that the story that probably makes sense? Absolutely. It does make sense. It should be the story. But if you're a WWE, like, are you really going to risk Roman Reigns to Big E? And are you really going to say, like, hey, when they actually have the legit match, are you going to go big and be that? Are you going to be supporting Big E, or are you going to let the tribal chief pick up his 6th Universal Championship?
Right.
Like if you're gonna have Roman Reigns lose to someone, it needs to be to someone where you're saying, "Hey, that's okay," because it makes it like that's why I feel like the Demon makes sense if Roman Reigns loses. The Demon is well protected, never lost in a major match, has always looked dominant, and you can always have it where Roman uses his intellect in the future with Paul Heyman, where in the next Universal Championship match, he has it where the Demon can't come out, where he's like, whoa. I signed the contract to face Finn Balor for the rematch. I didn't sign the contract for the Demon. And then you can have it where the Demon can't come out. That way Roman gets the belt back. And honestly, a lot of people say, no, keep Roman, have him have the belt forever. You got to at least give Roman some type of foil because there's already the wrestling Twitter that's like, he's too unstoppable. And, and at least get, and also too, you got to do something to kind of get yourself going. If you're going to hotshot shit, if you're going to be in this mode where you're giving us the Bloodline and New Day on Raw tomorrow and you're just in hotshot mode, fucking hotshot a Roman Reigns title loss. That'll get people talking about WWE, especially on the week that AEW is having their biggest show. You fucking end the week and you made
they got to do something big.
You know what I'm saying? You make Roman Reigns lose to the Demon. Oh, wrestling Twitter will love that shit. Wrestling Twitter will go crazy.
Big
Steven, what do you think about that? Do you think the Demon has a shot or no?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in the fact that we know that, hey, the Demon is just this ultra ego that can't even be beat except if you're the Fiend, right? The Fiend did beat him 2 years ago at a SummerSlam. But it's difficult when WWE goes on Twitter and they promote their match for Saudi Arabia with Brock and Roman Reigns coming up at the next Saudi show.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it.
But Gary in the chat saying, I guess the old advertisers are saying it's Roman versus Drew. For not dude. If Drew goes to Fox, man, rest in peace to USA Network. Who are they gonna have?
Likely, this is gonna be the dark match. I say that because they have something advertised this back for the MSG show with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. So it's possible. Just dark.
Did it happen?
What, Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know if it happened.
Yeah.
When is this?
I remember one time in LA they announced DX versus Rated RKO and I never got it. I was pissed.
I would also have been pissed.
I got DX but no Rated RKO. What the fuck?
We're gonna wrap this up a little bit, Dave. So I'm reading some chats here as well. So I'm reading some chats here real quick. Obviously, that's what G-Man said. G Nation wrote that. The Prince 6-6 New Day versus Bloodline Raw.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely. Gold Standard, Big Meaty Man Slapping Meat is WWE champion. G Nation 23. 2 if I still exist. Yeah, basically.
Of course.
It's Loomis Season by Eric Clark.
Loomis.
Johnny Snake.
Loomis Season.
Also want to give a quick congratulations to Johnny Gargano and Cancel, right? They did the whole sex reveal of their baby coming up.
Baby wrestling.
It's a boy.
Nice.
Congratulations on them. I know there's a UFC fight coming up this Saturday, Chase. The return.
Yes, that's
baby.
it.
The stock to slap, baby. That's the real main event. That's the real main event.
I'm excited for TCD versus Ortega, but but yeah, you're right. The real main event is Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz.
Yes, it's the real main event, obviously. So there's that. I look forward to next week. I look forward to this Wednesday.
I think this is a good week for combat sports and wrestling. Steven, I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great week. I mean, we got Arthur Ashe, we got Rampage, and then afterwards, man, we got
Extreme Rules on Sunday.
Yes, Extreme Rules, UFC.
Well, Extreme Rules this Sunday.
Yes,
Steven.
Dude, that's what I was about to tell you. I have the card here, and there's not one Extreme Rules match.
We had to do a we're gonna have to do a fucking live watch along. Holy shit, dude!
I'm down.
They have 6 matches, and none of them have a stipulation.
Talk about Extreme Rules, Mike. Oh shit.
Yes.
None of them. That's the problem.
They might as well call it Rules PPV instead of Extreme.
Rules. just rules. They have 1 week to add on
Follow
stipulations.
WWE follow the rules.
Yeah.
The one night where the wrestlers follow the rules.
No, they need to just switch it back to
You know
Night
what?
of Champions.
That would be a good pay-per-view. You know, no, what the fuck? Every pay-per-view is Night of Champions. It doesn't matter. All the belts are defended anyways. But no, they should make it where like they should have follow the rules pay-per-view. And if you get yourself disqualified or counted out as a champion, you lose the belt. You didn't follow the rules. Fuck you.
Big facts. Anyway, guys, listen.
Remember when TNA did that back in the day? Fucking Sting got disqualified against Abyss. And I was like, oh man, that's a great way. So that way you keep Abyss strong and you make Sting still be champion. And then fucking Abyss was NWA champion. I was like, the hell is this?
For like a small period. It's like a small period, right?
Yeah.
And I think Cage got the belt. I think Cage got the belt back. I'm sure of that.
Right.
I've been watching a lot of old clips from TNA. A lot of the deleter found deletions, deleter decay, the Great War, that stuff. So there's that also. But like I said before, I'm looking forward to this Wednesday. If you're gonna be in the area, feel free to, if you see me, say what's up or whatever. So there's that. I'm exhausted as it is, but here we are, if you will. You can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. Thank you all for tuning in this week. All of you have a wonderful week and a lot of fun stuff. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Heel Steven. Chase, let them know. Where can they check you out, bro? A lot of fun stuff.
You can follow me on Twitter at ChaseLauber68. YouTube Chase Oliver 68. I'm trying to get back into streaming. It's just more of like internet and work, and I'm on my gym grind, baby. I gotta get in shape for being a wrestler, baby. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
There you go. Big Mike, let them know. Where can they check you out, bro?
Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter at Detroit Gamer 313.
And of course, Dave Sack. Let them know, man. Well, of course.
Man, you can find me here on the freaking Heel Steven podcast every week. That's where you can find me. Exclusive.
There you go. So yeah, we'll be back this coming Sunday. Holy shit. For a live watch along for Extreme Rules.
You doing a prediction show prior?
I don't even know, bro. I don't think I'll even be at 100% by the time we hit the weekend, bro.
Oh, man.
Bro, I did DoorDash literally yesterday and today, bro. Let me tell you. It was a blast today. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap these up here. Well, I'm tired too. I'm about to go to sleep in a little bit.
I retired from DoorDash.
Now you on Postmates wave now, huh? Now you Uber Eats wave. All right, anyway. Peace out, everybody. Bye. Yeah. Deuces.